from Sostrict Studios in the city of Merribeck. One community, proudly diverse. Hot Whoppers Appreciation Society proudly presents Salty and the Champ. Featuring Ned Saltman Chobson and Dave the People's Champ Erickson. With Tom Hilton on special comments from the bar. And me, the announcer of the podcast, Miguel Gonzalez. Today, all the way from New York City, our very special guest, Joe Comer. Thank you for listening today. Now, over to you, Salty and the Champ.
Let's go, yo! We're online again, recording number thrice, and episode number 7 now. Salty and the Champ back again. I'm the Salt Man, you know me. I've been doing my thing back here for a few weeks now. Over here I got my boy, Mr. Champ, Mr. People's Champ. How you going, mate?
Good,
Doing
very
right?
good. Yeah,
It's good to see you again.
likewise.
I was just saying before, having fun doing this, and I will say this on camera. I was just joking that I wouldn't, but you are impressing me with your efforts here,
Thank you.
your attitude. Yeah, you're doing all right.
Thank you.
I think
Did you expect less?
I did. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. To be honest, yeah, probably. But it is just a chat, isn't it? Just a chat with mates and buttons.
Yeah.
And speaking of buttons, over here we've got.
Little buttons over there.
G'day.
And unfortunately, you can see an empty chair next to Buttons, and that's for our first guest. I know. It's sad, but Joe Comer should be joining us soon. Not sure where he is, but he said he'd be here. But we thought, no, we should get started because we're not holding the show up.
It's very rude.
It's very rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rude. We'll
Go
give it
to
to
all
him.
this effort, expand the camera angle, get a microphone.
Yeah.
And he doesn't arrive on time.
It's disrespectful, and we'll have to address that.
We'll say that to him later. Yeah.
It's a shame though because I had this intro planned to welcome him. I had welcomed Joe here. Now that's gone to shit.
Yeah.
So
Thanks a lot, Joe.
I don't know what to do, but anyway, we'll see. He'll get his revenge. I have faith in him. He's a Saints supporter, as we know. We're going to talk to him a little bit about what it's like being a Saints supporter. I'm not sure if that's going to be this episode or the next episode. We'll get to it when we get to it. But I guess because we record 3 episodes, he'll be with us for the next few episodes. Maybe only 2 and 3. We'll see when he gets here. Anyway, giving him too much time, and he's not even here. So we'll move on. What can we move on to? I think, we're back again. Episode 7, as I've said. I've got a few corrections to make, actually, from the last few episodes. A few ticks to fix up. First is, as I said this just before, but we've got our first bit of mail from
Interesting.
Gmail, from saltyandthechamp@gmail.com. Do you want to guess who it's from?
Tilds?
Yeah, it is. It is
There
from
you go.
Tilts.
There
Yep.
you
And Tilds wrote in to correct the record around the Massimo trade. So he is a Hawthorn player now. He's one of the ones that you didn't recognise, which I think was about 90-something% of them, 95%
About that,
of the
yep.
team.
Yep.
I think I said on the pod, the episode, whichever one it was, 4 or 5, that they were that Bulb and Tild were furious at that trade. And I think it might have sounded like insinuated they were furious at Mass himself for requesting a trade. I'm not sure requested the trade or what happened. But they're not Tilds isn't angry at Mass, but the club for letting him go because he's such a talented player.
Right.
So Tilds, apologies and corrections there, and thanks for being our first correspondent.
I mean, in your defence, back when we talked about the toxicity of Essendon supporters, I did mention that some of the Whoppers tend to tear ex-players to shreds when they leave the club, particularly when they go to chase success at clubs like Hawthorn, which young Mass is currently getting.
Yeah, well, he hasn't won a final with them just yet, so we'll wait and see. But I'm sure he probably will. To be honest,
He's at least winning a lot of games.
Yeah, and looking at him to be we'll come to the Hawks later on. But yeah, look, they're doing all right, aren't they? We'll come back to that. I need to get into the headspace for it.
Sure.
In the first few minutes, it's not going to work. So yeah. And another correction. This one was of my own doing. Actually, that was something I said as well. This is me identifying the correction. The billiards fiasco from one of the last episodes. I think the very last episode. I said that my highlight was the billiards store opening on or near Moreland Road on Sydney Road.
Yep.
And I said it was a store.
It's a hall.
It's a hall. It's just a hall. Like, I don't know why I thought it. I don't know why I thought it was a store. I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Probably will be a store in a few months when they're selling all their gear when they go into liquidation because I live near there. It doesn't look very busy
it doesn't do much business.
The billiards hall thing's a bit of an 80s thing.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
see
good to
many
have that
these
stuff
days.
hanging around though.
Yeah.
I just noticed you need to be a little bit over. We need to fix that
It's been bothering me.
back into the corner.
Right.
Can you get back into the corner a little bit? Or maybe don't back him into a corner. Maybe I can fix it up over here. We'll just do a little bit of live editing. No big deal. We'll fix this up. How are we doing for time? We're 6 minutes in and still no coma. Pretty piss poor effort if you ask me.
It's shit house. It's St Kilda like, really.
They don't show up. When it's there. When the
Opportunity's there. It's there for the taking, and they just let it go. And they've been doing that for 50, 60 years.
60 years. 60. Coming up on when was it? 66. 58
I mean, look,
years.
at least you can say he does embody the club in that way.
Wow. We shouldn't go too early. I shouldn't pull the trigger too early on the Saints because we will be coming back to that. Sorry, I fucked that up. My highlight the other week, talking about a billiards store that wasn't actually there. Apologies if you went there expecting to buy a billiards table, but could only play one.
Yeah.
But that's out in the open now, and I do apologise for it. And I'll do better. I'll try to do better going forward.
Please do.
Thank you. Buttons. How has the did you watch the last few episodes and
I did.
review your work?
I did review my work.
And
For a first go, I thought not too bad.
What would you give yourself out of 10?
6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty good for a
Got it all
first
open.
crack.
Not bad. Yeah.
He does have a lot of buttons over there to manage.
made
He's
me-
got two screens in front of him.
Made me crack several times on the pod.
Yeah.
And in watching it as well. It's a good one. That's a good one. You can always rely on that one. So we've got a few more to add. Well, Tomo has got a few more that he's added, and we're waiting to drop some of those during the recording tonight. So
just biding my time.
just watch out for them. Yeah, that'll be good times. Right on. Are you ready to be confronted again, mate?
I am, but I think I'm going to go slightly out of frame. I'll fit in.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I fixed you up a little bit. Oh, we can maybe fix it up a
Let's
bit.
go. Confront me. Show me what you got.
I will just quickly. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh,
He's here.
He's turned up. He's arrived.
There we are. We have already started. So we've just been joined in the studio in Shore Street Studios by
Live entry.
our guest.
Take a seat, Joe.
We don't have a camera on him, but he'll get, if he wants to have a seat here, he can
Over here.
jump straight into it. How are you, mate? He's coming. There we go. Hey,
You can't hear
come
Joe,
on
but
in.
you've got entry.
You gotta come in. Oh, we got to get your headphones on. We got to give.
It's a whole deal.
It's a whole deal.
It's a whole thing.
We'll
Pause for technical difficulty.
No, we'll keep going.
All right.
We'll blend this in. But anyway, we've just been joined by Joe Coma. And Joe, we had to get started because, to be honest, mate, I think I told you to get here about 45 minutes ago. But I should wait till he's got a chance to defend himself here. But we've got your microphone ready. We've got your.
Does this work?
It
does,
works, man.
it does.
It works. Let's get him back on camera there, Buttons. There he is, Joe. Let's get some. You got the
Plug
applause
your,
there. Let's get
headphones
that.
in there, Joe.
Yeah. You got a little plug there. You can see that there. That's you there, man. Right on. All right, we're nearly back on track, folks. Here we go. You got that?
Ooh.
He's got it.
I've
Here we
got
are.
something
Here he
to
goes
say,
again.
Thank you, Joe.
Which is news.
That's the way. And somehow Bobby's been let in here, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of him. But Joe, welcome. Thank you for coming tonight.
That might have that was definitely me that left the dog in here. I've got something to say. The first thing is that nowhere on this running sheet is there anywhere where it told me when to arrive? So
Well, there wouldn't be much point in that because you weren't here to read the running sheet.
nor was
It might not have
there.
been on the running sheet, but it was on the correspondence that we had
yeah.
in the lead up to the pod.
I mean, we booked you as a guest.
Indeed,
Ned gave you a time and you've turned up late.
shortly after 6 p.m.
Yeah. Look, I'm sure you got a valid excuse, but
Only so valid.
Go
Not-
ahead.
Not the most valid.
what do you got for us?
I'm always late.
Yeah. All right.
And also I was
It's our fault. We should have braced for it. We should have told you 5:15.
I was in Winchelsea
Oh,
today. I
right
was
on.
researching some family history.
Uh-huh. Oh, family history.
Family history, yeah.
Ancestry.com.
Mum's side of the family in just almost in Colac, not quite in Colac.
Right on.
Oh,
Down that way.
way. And indeed, I did drop off my mum at a nursing home, which is why I'm still wearing this
Right on.
this stuff.
Being
See,
being COVID safe. Just generally
no
safe.
real,
man.
just like a little chin strap.
Yep.
Remember the dark days of 2020 when
Yeah.
there was a lot of permission.
Then
to,
when the pandemic started. Gee whiz.
Shamdemic.
What a time that was, hey? Buttons, you all good there? Just making sure you got
I'm
your
good.
you got your eyes on the
Well, I had to know when to go back over here because of the entrance. The
yeah,
whole
it
deal.
was chaotic. We're still getting used to it.
That's why I wouldn't have advised starting before I arrived.
The thing
but,
is, we're on a tight schedule. We got to get 3 episodes out of our recording tonight, and we can't wait around.
Well, you dilly dally. There's no dilly dallying on this pod. Joseph.
We'd be chill if we were just like having a casual, well, this is casual, but
yeah.
you actually pointed out, Joe. I can't be bothered looking it up, but you said something along the lines of, "I got to bring my A game." You did say that.
when I looked at this here document,
Yeah.
I mean, my question is, if we're not here to dilly dally, why are you such a dill?
Ooh.
I
thought he was bringing his A game.
Let's get serious.
All right.
Let's get serious.
We'll get serious. As you can see there, we'll do our. We were just about to confront Champ before you joined us, so we will jump into that. But we've got a few things to discuss. One of the first things we're going to discuss with you, Joe.
First item on the agenda. Sorry to interrupt. Welcome, Joe.
Yeah. Well, we've done that now.
Have I been welcome?
You're welcome.
So, do you feel welcome?
Would have been a friendlier welcome at 6:15, but it's all good. It's a welcome nonetheless. Yeah.
I mean, you may not know this, but every time I go visit my mum in a nursing home, I need to wait for a staff member to allow me out.
Right.
So it eats up
Yeah,
precious minutes.
Yeah.
Sure,
That's not the
valid
full excuse, but
Valid,
it is
valid though.
partial.
Yeah.
Partial.
Yeah.
How do I look up here, by the way?
I think you're looking great. Do do what you need to do to get comfortable.
Yep.
You are probably in the comfiest chair in the studio.
Oh, I'm comfy. Baby.
I've got
I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I do think that unfortunately
Bad for my back.
poor Tom there is
You're a little hunched there, Tom.
Well, I can't because I got to lean forward to control the buttons.
we might need to get him a proper desk or something. Maybe
One of
maybe
those
we can
TV
switch.
dinner kind of table setup things.
Oh, I do prefer the desk because it makes me feel like a late night talk show host.
Yeah.
And we got the couch full
It works.
guests is feeling really much like a talk show now. So yeah, glad we started this pod, and I'm glad we're adapting it to the times.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here, by the way.
Thank you, Joe.
And
And
thank
we
you. I
are
do feel
thankful that
welcome.
Yeah. We are glad to have you.
I
We were
apologise
discussing
for my tardiness.
all sorts of possible reasons why you weren't here. Maybe you got cold feet and didn't want to do it. But obviously, no, I didn't really entertain that thought for very long. I knew you'd be here. Because you're all about fun like this, aren't you? Having chats.
I'm all about fun.
Yeah.
I'm all about hanging out, chilling.
That's it.
Punctuality, less so.
That's okay. No, we've addressed that. We've had our fun with it. But
We did it, Joe.
Oh dear. What is that sound? Is that one of the dogs trying to get in? Fuck. All right. Well, we're going to jump back into the schedule, I guess. Get back into the agenda. Yep. So did you check out the last episode that we did? Episode 6, featuring the first... Actually, it was the second. Let's Confront Champ. Let's Confront Dave.
I'm sorry. Are we here to talk about gender? Or...
No, the agenda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe I'm familiar with confronting Champ.
You've had
just in
confrontations
general.
in the past, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe I need a refresh.
So
I'm not with you.
We should put. Have you seen the podcast before, Joe?
I have indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think of the project we're doing here?
I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
I think the trio are great. I think the champ needs to remember where to position himself vis-a-vis the camera.
And how's he looking right now?
I actually can't tell.
Right in the middle of the camera.
I can't tell.
I think I might have to jump on the buttons myself here. Buttons seem to be a bit slack. I'm giving to everybody with both barrels today.
Otherwise, yeah. Excellent work.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong times. It seems to be lingering a while.
Definitely not.
Okay. No, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just Actually, I've been accusatory lately. I got in trouble with my partner because I accused her of turning off the rice cooker. When it was just a fault in the power board. The power board switched, and it was because there's too much going into it. Too much.
Dangerous.
Yeah, but I said, why'd you turn off the rice? And she's like, I didn't do it. So sorry, baby. Didn't mean that.
Do you reckon she did do it though?
No. She was adamant that she didn't. And yeah, I I do accuse people of things. When I was growing up with two younger brothers, I was always thinking they were stealing my shit. When it was probably only happening a little bit of the time. Were you the same? You're an older brother growing up with younger brothers.
They were stealing my shit.
And were you accusatory growing up?
I once accused him of stealing a bunch of me Coke cans, right? And he denied it. It was the Duke, Matt. And I went into his room and found cans hidden and turned the can over, and it had the same, print number on the bottom of the can as what was in the rest of my slab. And I went to Mum, I said, here's the evidence.
Right.
And she said, guilty.
So these were full cans. I thought, did anyone else think it was empty cans when he first said that? I thought, no.
No. This is
Actual
like
Cokes.
my Coke cans.
My
Yeah.
Coke, your Coke stash. Yeah.
Had Lois made the bar at that point? Was she a qualified lawyer?
She may have been, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes it official. Then.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
You presented a good case.
I made a case.
Yeah.
I got the rest. And
No
the
objection.
No objections. He had nowhere to go.
That's good. Yeah, well, yeah, you know what it's like having younger brothers. They're always messing with you. And yeah, you gotta accuse sometimes because it feels better than to admit that you might have, misplaced something or fucked up yourself. So yeah, that's how it goes. Let's get back on track here with some Let's Confront Champ, yeah?
Confront me.
So I was going to ask Joe if you saw the last Confront and if you're familiar with, or if you were familiar with Jake Novak, but you might not have seen the last episode featuring the confrontation with Jake Novak. Didn't see it?
I did watch the last episode, but I
can't remember the Let's Confront.
Not memorable.
I would dare say that you didn't see that part because if you did see it, you would remember it, yeah? Jake Novak. So did you dwell on Novak at all?
Was that guy that you guys thought about like a whole winter?
Yeah.
I didn't think about it much after I left.
So it was in and out, basically.
To be honest, I couldn't remember his name until you mentioned it just then. Yeah. But it was very disturbing.
It was pretty, yeah.
Confronting.
We gave a pretty clinical dissection there.
Yeah.
I think that was a good place to start for one of our Let's Confronts. The previous one being Adult Kinder. Did you see the Adult Kinder one?
I saw the Adult Kinder.
What did you make of that?
Disgusting.
Pretty messed up, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was messed up. I wanted to punch every single one of those children in the face.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's the thing. They're not. They're adult children, aren't they? Yeah. Well, we've got another one lined up, Davo. Let's Confront Dave, and this time we're talking awkward Joker videos.
Right.
Are you familiar with any? If we were to put those words out there, would you be familiar with any?
Don't know what it means.
No. Just a range of awkward Joker videos. Joker from the Batman.
Like they're trying to be the Joker?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, impersonations. In one case,
is this like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A few different ones. So we got a few. One goes back a few years. Tom, do you know when the first one, which we'll go into now, I'll go ahead and get that up on screen, and later on I'll.
And they're not trying to be awkward. They just think they're cool.
Sorry, what was that?
They're not trying to be awkward. They think they're cool.
They think they're cool.
What's the question?
They think they're cool.
The first one would be because it's Heath Ledger. Oh, this one. This one.
Hang on, we'll do this one first. All
Yeah,
right.
I was
So
going to say it's soon after the.
all right, we got this back up on screen. Sorry if we fucked up there. So our first confrontational video, Dave, is this guy here, Joker, the Joker caught in the act. So you haven't seen this one before?
No, I've never seen anything
All right,
like
well,
this.
let's see what you make of it. Hopefully it's loud enough.
Dude, your room is a mess.
I know.
What the hell's wrong with you, man? What are you doing?
Making a video.
Making a video?
Yeah.
Why you pay your face, bro?
I'm being the Joker.
Why you being the Joker, dude?
Dude, because the Joker's awesome. Get off it.
Dude, but you ain't even close to looking like him, dude. You gotta be white in your face, bro.
Of course not. I didn't want to put the white stuff on and have to wait half an hour for it to dry before I put the
You
black
like the
and
Joker?
gray on. Yeah, he's awesome. Boss.
He likes it. He's pretty cool.
He likes the Joker. Joker's messed up. I saw that movie last night.
Can you laugh like the Joker?
No, I don't. That's scary.
No, dude.
Don't laugh.
Dude, dude, dude. That's pretty good.
Oh, man.
You gonna be an actor someday?
No, probably not. It's just the thing I have for the Joker. That's it.
I'm gonna go
You just can't play video games. Alright, fine. Have fun.
Caught in the act. What do you reckon of that one?
That was a fucking bell end.
Did you feel awkward for him?
I felt a little bit awkward watching it. Yeah.
Did you have a favourite part?
I didn't like any of it really.
Joe, did you like that video?
My favorite part was when it ended.
My favourite part is? It's when one of the guys asks him to laugh like the Joker, and the other
Yes, I
guy
can.
says,
It's scary.
"No, that's scary."
Sounds like Michael Jackson.
I reckon he said that because he thought, "No, it's gonna be too fucking awkward if he actually does do that." So I'll just sort of throw him off the trail. Yeah, that's one of my favourite ones. Joker caught in the act, because hey, who likes being caught in the act when they're doing a little bit of a silly impression, especially if they've gone into the effort of putting makeup on.
Yeah, like I think he was high as fuck.
Yeah, he
He
seems
seemed really stoned.
he does seem pretty stoned.
But
doesn't he?
like, where do you get to?
That's all right.
Where,
You just like
where
to
you
get
go to all
stoned
that
and play the
effort
Joker.
and then go there and like sit there and make a video, and like, did he just like laugh one day and think, "Oh, I sound like the Joker," and now I'm going to take on this whole like hobby of Joker videos?
I don't know if you caught it, but I think in there he said something like, "I just have a thing for the Joker." He's just got a thing for the Joker. That's all it is. Yeah, pretty funny.
What a Joker.
He is a Joker. Well, if you didn't like that performance, we've got another one now. We'll come back to this one. And whoops, don't want to pull the trigger early on that guy.
Is the sound going to come out through the pod if it's coming out through the TV?
I put the sound in over the top.
Right, yeah.
So don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry your little self about that. Yeah, we're gonna play this next one here. This is called My Joker Performance, and this is more of a, rather than just an impromptu kind of casual, I like being the Joker in front of my webcam. This one's an actual performance by a trained actor. You ready for it? Joe, have you seen this one before?
Oh, I'm so ready. I have not seen this one. I've seen quite a few awkward Joker videos out there before, but not this.
Is this
Not
like
this
a
particular one.
YouTube or a TikTok thing?
This one's older than TikTok. This one's I'm not sure exactly when it's.
I noticed
This
the
is
last
uploaded
one.
13 years ago,
Yeah,
so-
the last one was 15 years ago. This is vintage.
Yeah, this is some old stuff. And then we got a newer one coming up after this one. All right, so here is my Joker for, not me, but my, as whoever this, who is this channel? This is, I think, Drew Russell. Okay, so Drew Russell is the man behind the mask.
Wanna know how I got these scars? Well, I'm the Joker, baby! Hello, beautiful. You must be nice and squeeze. Boy, you are beautiful. Oh, you look nervous. Is it the scars? I don't know how I got them. asshole just like Ozzy, who tells me I worry too much, who tells me I ought to smile more, who gets in deep and gambles with sharks. One day, carve a face. We ain't got no money for surgeries. I just want to see her smile again. I want her to let her know that I don't care about the scars. Take a razor, clean my mouth. I do this to myself. And here's the funny part. She can't stand me. She leaves. And now, I see the funny side. And now, I'm always smiling.
What do you reckon of that one?
Guy's a professional actor.
Yeah.
That was shit.
Drew Russell. You never heard of Drew Russell?
No. I suspect not many other people have outside of the context of awkward jokers.
I checked out the rest of his channels. One of those classic examples of you don't know if they're taking the piss or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked more like Grimace than the Joker.
Do you know what he looked like? I feel like he was wearing a kind of long number.
Yeah.
It was really something like out of Harry Potter, like 10 points for Ravenclaw.
It had no shape. It had no form. It was a draped...
And he didn't have like the sharp Joker bits. He looked like those, the things at the fair that you throw the ball in, the clown heads that go like that. It was just like too round.
It's not good. Not great makeup, not great costume. But I think he did the best with what he
He had like
had.
an English accent or something. He sounded like a geezer.
Well, he's an Aussie. He's an Aussie guy. Yeah.
I couldn't quite hear it.
And that's he sort of drifts in and out of the Aussie accent during the performance.
Hallelujah.
And
As a linguist, I have to say the accent up front, the kind of high pitch nasal, right at the forefront of the video, not what I think of when I think of the Joker.
No,
that kind of like.
It was so jarring to me. I'm like, oh, so weird seeing an Aussie as the Joker. But then hang on, Heath Ledger was Aussie.
Yeah. Do you want to know how I got these scars?
Drinking tinnies.
Why so serious?
Why so serious?
Why so serious? All right. Well, why so serious leads us into our final. Our final Let's Confront video. Our Let's Confront Joker video. Oh, I've got to play some friggin' ads.
Speaking of grimace, that one didn't make me smile.
No, that was a bit awkward.
That one made me grimace.
But good on him, because if he's not taking the piss, then he's put himself out there doing the best he can, and we salute you for it, Drew. So
I don't.
Dave, come on.
Find your niche, Drew.
All right, the last one is called If the Joker Could Beatbox. So do you know what to expect here?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking some garbage. Just put it on.
Just put it on. Just get it over with.
Are all these quite old?
This one's the newest one. This one's uploaded only 6 years ago. I thought more recent than that, but compared to the others.
So they're all like Heath Ledger Joker
right.
inspired.
Yeah.
None of them Joaquin Phoenix inspired.
No. Well, those are the real
Nicholson
awkward ones.
inspired.
Those are the most awkward I can find. But there's probably some others more Joaquin based.
Yeah, there would be some real nuffy shit.
Yeah, walking down those stairs, doing all that nonsense. Yeah.
I could listen to hours of analysis about why Heath Ledger has inspired this. Heath Ledger's Joker specifically.
It was quite a made waves. It
was a moment.
Yeah.
What a performance.
It was, yeah. R.I.P. We miss you,
R.I.P.
Heath. All right, this last one here is If the Joker Could Beatbox. Let's go ahead and listen. Come on.
Why so serious? Why so serious? Why so serious? Why so serious?
What did that have to do with the Joker? It sounded more like Scooby Doo.
Talks about some stuff. Scooby. Funny as that one really sends me out. Why so serious? And then all the beatboxing, technically proficient, but it's just so
Yeah, the
dumb.
beatboxing was good. I just don't see what the correlation with the Joker was.
It's just a hypothetical. If the Joker could beatbox, Joker beatbox, smash them together. What do we? Let's see what we get.
I don't see the crossover with the Joker.
It's just a random event.
It's not a 3D thinker.
Which one was your favorite of those three?
Probably the first one.
Yeah. First one. The if the Joker,
because he seemed like
caught in the
genuinely. He seemed the most unhinged.
So he was the one that was
genuine.
really inhibiting the role.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think Drew had the most heart. I think Drew Russell was my favorite.
Yep.
Absolute least favorite was the beatboxer because, as you say, technically proficient, but does not look or sound like the Joker.
No effort in terms of certainly no look about it. So, but I think that one is more just a sort of abstract kind of piece. Again, just if the Joker could beatbox. I like the title of that one because it makes you think, well, what would the world be like if the Joker could beatbox? If he was confronting,
judging by that, it'd be pretty shit.
at least there'd be some fun, criminally insane beatboxing going on. Do you want to give us your best Why So Serious?
No.
Oh, come on. I had that on. I didn't actually put it on the agenda because I reckon it would put.
Because that would be like a bit like Inception kind of stuff. Because then what if I become like a awkward Joker?
You reckon the risk of that happening?
Well, we are going on YouTube.
You don't think that's already happened?
Not an awkward Joker, no.
Come on, give us a Why So Serious.
You can't do it. Just do an Aussie Joker. Why so serious? No, not even. No. Doesn't want a piece of it.
What about a Bane?
Oh, we're born in the dark.
Yours is better.
Do you think he could beatbox? What if Bane could beatbox? I mean, I could do it right now.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know if he's cheating. He could have like a little speaker inside that thing, and it's like just playing drums, and he's like, "Yeah, it's me."
I was born in the.
It could happen theoretically.
Could, yeah,
but.
It could happen.
Why so serious?
There he is. I was waiting for some sounds. Right on. So that's another Let's Confront. We'll have to find some more. I'll tell you what, we really spent all our currency on Let's Confront in the first episode because I don't think there's anything more confronting than the Jake Novak stuff. So we really had a task the last few weeks trying to find something suitable.
We even thought, why don't we just show more Jake Novak videos?
But no, we don't want to do too much more of that because, we've probably gone hard enough on Novak. But yeah, we'll definitely be looking for more confrontational stuff for you, for sure.
It's probably harder because a lot of that more weird confrontational stuff is like older internet, I think. People are a little bit better at making like better quality stuff and have perhaps learned the lessons of other people getting fucking mocked mercilessly over the years that they're less likely
cautious
to upload
about
those things.
Yeah. I reckon you're right there, mate. Beautiful. We'll come back to some more segments, some more popular segments later on. But we're going to pivot now to our guest, Joe. We're coming up now to the, the main item for this episode, and that's knowing me, Joeing you. A history of Joe, the Saints, and footy in general. Your musings on footy.
That's right. I've come prepared, at least in terms of costume.
Not too bad. If we can get him on camera again, we'll see his costume again. There he is. His lovely shirt. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually more modern, but it does, of course, carry the
classic
grand
sponsor.
era forward of
that's like a late 80s.
Late
judging
80s,
by
early
the
90s.
AFL logo.
Yeah, they're bringing out a lot of more like retro gear for the merch now.
Oh, that's
across clubs.
That's like a remake.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I bought it a couple
A few
of
clubs
years ago.
doing that, aren't they?
A few clubs are.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. I want to start with because we talked about in the very first episode, or one of the first few episodes, Dave and I talked about our sort of history with our clubs and how we find our clubs, all that kind of business. So I want to kind of catch up with you on that same button. How did you? I'm guessing it was family, but I don't actually know. How did you come to? That's a loud one.
Sorry.
How did you come to be a Saints fan, Joe?
In retrospect, regretfully, but no.
No,
It is actually, I think it's a range of things. So, not that I prepped a great deal for my appearance on this excellent podcast, but I did, in fact, listen to a history of the St Kilda Saints.
Oh, really?
Over recent days.
They're a foundational club.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this. Established 1873, we celebrated our 150th birthday last year. And so for me, I realised when thinking about this, I think it comes down to three things. My brother went for St Kilda, although he also, at different parts of his childhood, went for Geelong and went for Essendon. So he was a real flibbertigibbet when it comes to football fandom.
Seems
he
like
just
it.
kind of jumped around.
Real turncoat.
Yeah,
You'd have a mate in Champ, I reckon.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than me, so I guess it would have been, he would have flipped around a bit in his earlier years.
Okay.
And I don't really know why he ever went for St Kilda. Nobody else in my family does.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I mean, I have a cousin. I have a couple of cousins that do because their mum's brother played for both Carlton and St Kilda.
Oh, right.
Shout out to the McConville family. But that was the first reason my brother went for them. I also just really liked the beach when I was younger. So I think I like the idea of being by a beachside suburb. There's actually 4 reasons. Sorry, the full reason. This is real Joey me. The third reason is that Plugger.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah. Influential in the early 90s and 90s in general. He's
I mean,
huge.
So when I was about 5 years
name.
old,
Yep.
4 or 5 years old, and probably first realizing what football was, Plugger was averaging 7 goals a game.
That's crazy.
I mean, the 91 and 92 Saints, it's not remembered now, were actually quite a successful, good team. We didn't make the grand final, but we finished, I think, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, right.
3rd or 4th that year. So Plugger was just a mad dog. He won the Brownlow in the year that I was born, as well as the Coleman.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know if that's ever been done before or
Rare
since.
for any forward to win the Brownlow.
Yeah.
The midfield medal.
Yeah.
It's a midfield medal, and to win both in a year is quite special.
For sure.
And the final reason is actually that I grew up quite Catholic, so honestly, I think I like the idea of being a saint.
Yeah, right.
Which is nerdy and weird to admit on something that's going on the internet, but there you go.
That's all right. You're a kid. Yeah.
To this day, I still love stories of the saints. I just think some of them are pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a few cool saints out there, aren't there? St. Michael, St. Benedict, is that one?
Molly Meldrum, Eric Banner.
Oh, yeah, those guys as well, yeah. For sure. Yeah, no, they do have a good sort of few celebrity supporters. The Saints.
Yeah. A lot of newsreaders was also something I found out in recent days. Peter Hitchener.
Oh, okay.
Jane Bunn, everyone's favourite weather woman.
Lavinia Nixon for mine.
Who does she follow? She seems like a Cats supporter. I'm not sure if that's
she's a demon.
True. Maybe.
You can look that up.
That's cool. So obviously big family influence. And also, pivotal years, or rather formative years, they were quite successful club and had very successful talent.
Just impressionable, I was impressionable, and Plugger has a big impact.
Yeah.
Little did I know
one Tony Lockett
when I was so young that St Kilda. I did not know that we were historically so unsuccessful.
Right. Yes. As a kid, you don't really. Only as a sort of, I don't know. Yeah. You got a little bit of appreciation for the history.
I'd basically already made the decision, and then later realized, early in primary school made the decision, and then later in primary school realized that I was pretty much the only one at my primary school that went for St Kilda, and everyone was making fun of me for the fact that we already had about
a good idea is a good idea forever.
25 wooden spoons at that point.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fair to say, 10 of those were in the first 15 years of the VFL's existence.
Yeah.
So
don't really count.
They don't really count.
Just most of our
the Essendon
premierships.
Flags.
I got to beat you to it.
We've had this. I've had this conversation in in internet spaces that we're all a part of before about just just how the AFL era is the only one that counts.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So at least we got two.
You got two.
Yeah.
You got two. St Kilda still have none.
Yeah.
But we are,
Couple
told, a much more successful club in the AFL era than the
definitely
127 years of the VFL, AFL.
And just diving into that a little bit, have you see, appreciate the history, have you got any reason as to that historical non-success? Is there a particular aspect to the club or a particular influence on the club that's kind of causing it? Not the cause of it all, but is there anything that's really kind of unique about St Kilda that other clubs don't have, causing them to have such poor results, or has in the past?
You know, it's a good question. I think if you ask any two St Kilda supporters, you will always get a different answer. Except for maybe the mere suggestion that we are somewhat cursed as a football club. There are a lot of very unique kind of experiences and stories. So it's a very common experience for a St Kilda fan to be in a situation where we basically say, "Oh, that's very St Kilda." Yeah. It's a very St Kilda thing. Yeah, thank you. Sure. Thank you so much. That was genuine sympathy. I'm going to take that on board.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was really rooting to be quite honest with you. I was really rooting for them in 2010, of course, against the Collingwood side. The draw was a really, I would imagine, devastating blow. Did you know on the day that you weren't going to win the next week?
So it's a fun story. I actually watched that drawn grand final. So the greatest glory, or the closest I've ever been to premiership glory in my life, I was in Brazil. And I was watching the game online, listening to it on Triple M with like little dots representing the players moving around on my screen.
And this is 2010, so you couldn't have had a great connection.
I didn't have the best connection. I did end up watching the replay at a hostel or like at an event in Buenos Aires, Argentina. But the week before, I was in Brazil, and I did not know. I didn't have as much hope in 2010 as I did in 2009.
Right.
I think I was already a bit embittered.
Yes.
Because 2009 was the much more successful year.
Yeah.
Much more like unilaterally successful. We won 19 games in a row. We were massively dominant. We ended up losing to Essendon, actually, in round 20.
Bing. Should have got him on the Bing. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you did not want us matching your record from the year 2000.
No, that's right. Yeah, we want to protect that at all costs. In terms of home and away, is that what?
Most wins in a home and away season or something?
Sorry.
Only one loss. I think, most dominant season.
Yeah, incredibly dominant season.
And we haven't had that loss.
The record's longer if you count across seasons, but it's like wins to start the season. So season-long streaks. Basically, Essendon won 20 games in a row in 2000, and we won 19 in a row in 2009.
And that was probably...
Isn't that when, what's his face? Grant Thomas gave them all a night off training and took it to the movies, and then they didn't win another game? I swear to God that happened.
Grant Thomas, when was that? When was he coaching?
Was he coaching then?
Until 2009.
No, that was Ross.
Maybe it was Ross the boss. I swear to God,
I think.
There was some story where he gave them all a night off and they went to they went to the movies.
Wonder what movie
as
they
a
watched.
group.
2007. Maybe it was. Oh wait, maybe it was 08. Maybe they watched Heath Ledger's Joker.
But they lost their mojo after that.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Thomas is a bit of a weird unit. Actually,
Tomo.
I mean, so a lot of St Kilda people are.
Most coaches are.
This isn't really
for sure
criticism. I mean, Nick Riewold's a bit of a weird unit.
I could see him doing like an awkward Joker video.
Yeah, yeah.
Awkward Rui video.
I could.
He's done some awkward Rui photos.
I could, but I also can't because Nick Riewoldt is actually secretly a very kind of conservative person. He's a real.
It's not even that secretive, is it? It's like he's kind of
like a Holly Valance kind of guy.
Yeah.
Holly Valance. She's coming out of the woodwork. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, he's just like
So he's not doing events for Trump.
he's not kooky. I think
Yeah.
he just likes
Traditional values.
he likes traditional values.
Likes his white bread.
And
He likes his meat and 3 veg for dinner.
taxes, limited government, and people behaving themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's his upbringing. That's his influence. That's fine. Yeah. So 2010, devastating. The replay. Were you in Brazil or in Buenos Aires for the replay?
I was in Buenos Aires for the replay.
Sorry, you said that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first scoring opportunity, Rui was Rui in the goal square and he got run down by.
That's correct. Yep.
Who was it?
Yep.
Heath Shaw.
Actually, it was kind of helpful to know in the first 10 minutes that we lost the game.
I was going to say because I was pretty much that at the end of the first game, the end of the draw. I'm like, oh Christ! I don't think I knew, but I'm like, God, that was the Saints' opportunity. I thought that they blew it. I thought that they blew it. And I think can't remember the quarter exactly, but they were in the lead and then lost it at the last.
Well, we had all the momentum, so we actually, I think we were not winning at the start of 3/4 time during the first game, first grand final of 2010, but we did have a very dominant last quarter, and we had all the momentum.
I remember that Goddard mark was just fantastic.
Yeah, and if there was any overtime at the time, we would have, I think, stormed away with it. But in fact, it was only 2011 that they decided to bring in overtime instead of grand final.
They finally had an instance of a draw in the AFL, a draw and grand final in the AFL era, and thought, oh, can we sustain this if it happens again? Big if, but
the perfect example of something that's very St Kilda.
Yeah.
The game in 1996 between St Kilda and Essendon, at Waverley, where the lights went out, which I attended. Which was like the Joker video. It's kind of scary.
Yeah,
because there was fires getting lit.
That was crazy. If you watch footage of that, I mean, obviously you were there, you know it firsthand. But looking back at that, you familiar with the episode?
Yeah,
Dave?
I remember that.
Yeah, you see people chopping down the goddamn goalposts and setting them on fire.
Crazy times.
It's not the same time as when the scoreboard caught fire.
That was a few years later. Yeah.
Oh, that was at the G, wasn't it? Yeah.
But,
so what do you remember about that night?
I remember that we were losing. We weren't that good.
Not a great season. Centenary season.
It was cold.
Yep.
I only went to a few games at Waverley, but it was always freezing.
So how can there be such a localized cold weather event?
Apparently it's in some kind of valley.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even want to live in the housing development now. I mean, it's now like...
It looks so weird now.
It was St Kilda and Hawthorn's home ground. It was, and you're still there, kind of, I think.
Do you remember going to many games at Waverley, Dave?
Yeah, I went to a few. Yeah. Not like... More with one of my mum's friends was a D supporter.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, he used to go to games out there. Maybe it was when they were doing the Southern Stand.
Okay. Right.
And I remember when he took me to the game, Hawthorn Melbourne, where Dunstall got his head broken.
Oof.
And then came back wearing that weird helmet.
Right. Oof Maroon's up. We need to get that one.
It takes ages to get to.
I
remember that was one of my defining memories
because there's
going
no
to
public
Waverley.
transport. It takes you half an hour to find your car. It was a shit place to have
so long.
Yeah,
so long.
No good there. No good.
But I mean, the week after we played the replay, 2 12-minute halves or 2 12-minute quarters on the Tuesday after that lights went out game, and we lost because Hurdy, who hadn't played the original game, came in, was just dominant. It's that kind of thing that defines being a St Kilda supporter, is something that's very St Kilda happening to you. Like the Matthew Scarlett toe poke in 2009, the bounce in the 2010 grand final, just after Goddard's amazing mark,
Stephen Hill,
hiring Andrew Lovett from Essendon, and then him getting into trouble, hiring Jake Carlisle from Essendon, and then him getting into trouble.
What happened to Lovett again?
We got to offload the duds somewhere.
Usually it's what happened to Carlisle.
No, Lovett. What did he do again?
Some bad shit. Some bad shit. We won't talk about that.
Assault.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah,
good.
not a good.
I think this
Oh dear.
But we do
Dear
love
me.
characters at St Kilda. I think that's one of the things about St Kilda that maybe has led to our success. We're all about characters, and historically have had some very good players. We actually have among the most Brownlow medals,
Really?
but not the silverware that counts.
Yeah. Counts for the individuals. Counts for the individuals. I'm just going to harp back to an episode from a moment from a few episodes ago. Do you think that Sam Mitchell would have the grace to, or the disgrace really, to hang the illegally gotten Brownlow medal in his house somewhere, or do you reckon he's
How's it illegally gotten? How's it illegally gotten?
Legally, unethically is probably what I mean.
No,
but
because it went to the
I
highest
asked Joe a
sports court
question.
in the world.
I actually asked Joe a question.
Okay, Joe.
Do you know my answer to this question is actually that I don't think Sam Mitchell would be that kind of bloke. I think he would have it in a little case. I think he would be very proud of his season.
Yeah.
And like look at it and feel okay. Like, great, I've got a Brownlow medal. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it's more Trent Cotchin that you'd have to watch out for, who's really more of the person who slyly
Bit more of a
would like have it up there and just
Because Mitchell's got so many
how
premiership
he got
medals
it.
and stuff
Can't
that he's
fit his
like,
Brownlow.
hang on, which one's a Brownlow?
In fairness, Trent Cotchin also has quite a few premierships.
That's true,
got
yeah,
three
both
as well,
got,
did he?
yeah.
I think he's got as many.
Mitchell's got 4.
They should have,
Yeah, Cotchin's got 4.
Shouldn't have stolen off Job.
Yeah,
But,
2017,
who's
19,
got 4?
20, 21. No. Did Richmond win 3 or 4?
3.
Ah.
Just the three, and that's all they'll do for now.
Fuck my drag.
But that was Waverley 96. That was pretty epic scenes, and scary. Yeah, so
Oh, there's more scenes. How much time do we have?
we can wrap it up. We can wrap it up soon. Don't worry about that.
Anything else to know about St Kilda?
Maybe we'll touch on St Kilda a couple more times during the recording tonight.
I'm sure we will.
But we'll come back to it.
I've got a question for you all, maybe.
Please.
At this moment, can I just ask you, do any of you know what tradition was actually invented during the 1960s, during the closing, the celebrations of the 1996 Grand Final?
Is this a St Kilda tradition or just a general
An AFL tradition.
Okay.
A Grand Final tradition.
A Grand Final. Was it
Parade?
what'd you say?
You say after the game,
After the game, in the celebrations.
giving them medals.
No.
Celebrations after the game. What do they do? Jersey swap?
No, that had been happening for quite some time. It's actually quite funny that
Singing Mr.
Our
Brightside.
oh God, our one premiership, and there's no photo of Darryl Baldock wearing a St Kilda jumper holding the premiership.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh. Any guesses?
I guess it's-
Trying to think what those post-game celebrations are, traditions are.
I mean, it's not like an official, has to happen thing. Every year it happens.
Yeah. It's not the Gatorade thing. That's an American thing. Give it to us.
The lap of honor, actually.
Oh.
It was the first year that the winning team just walked around the MCG.
That's crazy.
Celebrating the win. Well,
Didn't occur to anyone before 1966 to just say g'day to everybody around the ground?
No other
Dickheads.
team had been waiting 69 years to do that. So-
They did have a lot of people to say hello to.
That's a fair point. Maybe that's why.
Fun fact, we have been waiting almost that long
Right.
since. Yeah.
So see the league started in 1897.
Yep.
66.
Yep.
So what was that? 69 years.
60. That was 69 years, and then
69
44.
years.
So actually, I
So
think
58 years right now. 60.
68 years.
years,
Yeah, or
68 years,
67. I guess it depends on how you count. I can't really.
Well,
work
coming
out
up to September, so we'll say clean 2 years.
It'd be nice if it was a double 69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it'll be soon enough.
Okay.
Obviously not going to happen this year, so and probably not next year. So I dare say you're going to get back to that number.
What makes you think it's not going to be next year? Fucking dog.
Probably isn't. There's just too much budding talent right now. I think it's obvious. I think. Oh, maybe we'll talk. We'll come back to that. Actually, we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about something else, and then we'll come. This will be the first thing for our next episode. We'll wrap it up now. We'll wrap it up officially now. Wonderful. There we go. I'm sorry about pulling the trigger earlier. Preemptively pulling the trigger. I'm sorry about that. It won't happen again. Did you have a good first episode? First episode for the recording, everybody?
It was good.
You got here eventually, Joe?
Mm.
It was good? You good?
Well, yeah.
Wonderful. What's he doing? Oh, he's got his agenda there. Wonderful.
Is that one episode?
We're gonna pause that recording, or we're gonna stop that one and start the next one, bruh. So this is
stretch.
episode 7 finishing off.
Ooh.
Buttons, thank you for your services tonight.
Thanks, Buttons.
We're gonna for this episode. I mean, we'll
Thanks, Buttons.
continue to engage your services for the rest of the night.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave, always good.
Eddie.
PC, People's Champ.
Joseph.
We'll wrap it up there, and we'll be back again next week. For us, though, it's maybe 10 minutes. We'll have a 10-minute break.О, there's some pizza over there. I don't know if you see. You can have that. Wonderful. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thanks all.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in today, and thanks to each of you for being a member of the Hot Whoppers community. You can contact the podcast at saltyandthechamp@gmail.com. Salty was dressed by Kmart. Champ was dressed by Gasman. Music used was written and performed by Zen Ivers, of Silverman Sound Studios. That is it for now. Don't forget to tune in again next time. I love you, goodbye.